nicest people, our deals are number one. You'll love Dave's, Minnesota and Pet City. We make shopping for your pet fun, 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 fun.
We're filming.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're such a cute dog.
Well, hello, folks. And here we are. We have a couple of very special guests. And this is almost like a second generation guest,
It
huh?
is,
Let
it
me get out of the way.
Yogi.
Yeah, hi, Yogi. What kind of dog is Yogi?
Yogi's a Rhodesian Ridgeback.
Folks, can you see that? How cool that is? They should just call them like Rhodesian Mohawks,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Tell me about Yogi.
Oh, Yogi's almost 4 months
Yogi.
old.
Yogi.
He was a pick of the litter for the males in his litter.
Yeah.
He came from a litter of 9
Really?
from Somers, Connecticut.
Yeah.
And he's been with us about a couple months.
Oh, you're a kissy.
Yep.
Yeah, you are. You're a kissy.
He's
So
very-
let's. This is not your first Rhodesian Ridgeback.
This is our probably 4.
So when were you first on the show? How many years ago was that?
Probably 3 years ago. 'cause
3 years.
Our adult Rhodesian's 5 now.
Yep.
And he's getting to be pals with Yogi.
Yeah. And this is great, folks. Tell me the name of the other one.
The other dog, because they're Rhodesian dogs, we got a Swahili name of Mafupa Kichwa.
Can you
which
repeat
is
that, please?
Mafupa Kichwa, which
Yes.
is Swahili for bonehead. And we haven't quite decided on Yogi's full Swahili name yet. But it's going to have, because he's Yogi Bear, we've got Bear, which is, I can't remember.
Boo Boo. Yeah, Boo Boo at home.
We have Boo Boo Bear at home, who's our golden retriever.
Yes.
She's 4.
Yeah.
And she took to Yogi like a mom.
She did.
As soon as he came home,
Yeah.
she watched over him,
Yep.
played gentle with him, and now that he's getting a little bigger, they're not playing so gentle.
Oh no, really? Oh no, they play rough. They play
They're starting
scary.
to play rough.
Yeah, they're
and it's
scary.
funny, the dynamics, our male Rhodesian now, if they play too rough, he'll cut in and stop it,
Really
and he makes them stop.
interesting.
Yeah, it's really kind of,
So
a whole-
why do you have this love for Rhodesians?
I don't know where that came from. Oh,
They run so
yeah.
well through the woods.
We mountain bike with them.
You do?
And the Rhodesians, they'll run 10 miles and think nothing of it. They'll,
Come
be ready for the next 10
well,
miles.
right. I mean, they always win the
and
marathons.
they're made for.
Different ones.
That's what they're bred for originally, was to hunt large game in Africa.
How big will Yogi get?
He'll probably be over 100. I think he's going to be a little. Our other dog is about 100 pounds, and I think he might be a little bigger. He's
Yeah?
definitely got a
You
longer
are so
structure and
friendly.
longer legs at this
you
age.
are so friendly. Yeah, he is. He's gonna be tall, huh?
He's going to be a big boy.
Wow.
So he'll be looking good in the woods.
right.
They run like deer. They're beautiful in the woods.
Right.
Absolutely
Right.
beautiful.
And so, how does Bonehead get along with the lab?
Bonehead didn't get along so well with Yogi at first.
No, I mean with the other one.
With the other one, they get along. They get
get
along
along great.
great. They're great friends. I think he was a little afraid of him at first.
Yeah.
Because being small.
Yep.
Now that he's a little bigger, they're starting to.
Yep. So you obviously know the breed. So let's talk about what kind of families are best for this kind of breed. Obviously, a very active.
Well-
You got to be an active family.
Yes and no. It's really funny. Even if it rains for a week and we're inside for a week, they're
Yeah.
almost just as happy to be on the couch.
Really?
They're not the kind of dog that gets real jittery
Yeah.
if they don't run.
Yeah.
But when they do, it's awesome. They can just go forever, and they're
Right.
just so beautiful when they run.
You have a big yard. They can just run around in and stuff.
Yeah, and actually, he probably will be a water dog too. Most Rhodesians aren't known to be water dogs, but our golden retriiever is a water dog.
Yep.
So the
Yep.
old one.
Are you going to be a water dog?
Yeah, I think he
Are
doesn't
you
mind the
old?
rain.
Are you a water dog? Yeah, are you a water dog? Huh? You like that squishy
Yeah, we
scratches?
live on a lake, so our older one will jump off the dock and everything now.
Oh,
for
we're
us,
going to
yeah.
have the dock dogs here in June.
Really?
Yes.
Awesome.
Have you ever done that?
Yes, our golden retriever loves it.
Yeah. So we got the national dock dog.
Really?
Yeah, coming right up. Right. Yeah,
cool.
June. The weekend of June 3rd, 4th, and 5th. They'll be here.
Oh, we'll come over.
We're
They're going to set the pool up
we're
here?
setting the pool. 27,000
Yes.
gallons of
Yes.
water. And fortunately, there's a hydrant right over there.
Very
so we
good.
already made arrangements with the town of Agawam.
Very
yeah,
good.
and Blue Buffalo sponsors it. It's
Yes.
as you know, it's a huge deal.
Yes, it is. We've seen them up in Vermont before.
Yeah. So they'll be here June 3rd. It's gonna be huge.
Maybe you'll be a dock diver.
Yeah. So how well does this one sleep? When we're talking about
Pretty
babies,
good.
you always have to talk about how well they sleep.
He's a cuddler.
Yeah, I know. I can see that.
Once it's time for bed, we put him in his crate, and
Yep.
he's very good in there. I don't think even the first night he whined much.
Really?
He loves his little, he's got a little pillow kind of
Yep.
bed like you
Look
have
at that
here.
head. You are so gorgeous.
And
yes, you are.
he goes in it by himself.
Yeah.
When he's ready to take a nap.
Because they're such a large breed, do they have a shorter lifespan? 12 years.
Yeah,
Okay.
about
so
12 years, yeah.
It's not like a Dane or
No.
right. Right. And they're great. They're great family dogs because they have wonderful
Yeah.
dispositions.
They're very protective. Our older dog, my nieces were little. They lived next door for a
Yep.
while, and you would always see him watch. If a stranger came around, he would get between them.
Really.
He never went after anyone,
Yep.
but always made sure those kids
Yep.
were behind him.
Yep. Look how muscular, huh?
Yeah,
Isn't
he's
that
going to
crazy?
be.
Even at a baby.
And he may look a little thin right now, but that's kind of on purpose because the breeder didn't want him to grow too fast.
Yep.
So he's off puppy chow already. He's on
Yep.
regular dog food.
Yep.
Because otherwise he may have grown too fast and had some joint problems.
Some joint problems.
So he may
Right.
look a little thin
Are
right
they
now.
susceptible to the same thing that shepherds, the other big, with the hips and all that kind of stuff?
Little, but we've not had any problems with any of the ones we've had.
Yeah.
Very fortunate.
So that's great. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous dog.
Where you going?
So how funny is it that we just lassoed her on, and that 3 years ago, right? Right? I mean, it's like.
Yep. It was 4th of July.
Right. Very good.
Yep.
It's always an adventure shopping at Dave's, right? You never know
what
what's
are you
going to
doing?
happen.
What are you
All right,
doing?
Yogi, can I have a kiss goodbye? Can I? Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah, thank you for the kiss.
He's all yours now.
You want to come home with me? I don't think your parents love you enough. Huh? You want to come with me? Yes. All right, folks, don't go away. We'll be back in just a minute.
Yogi.
Well, so there was
Hi,
nothing
Dave.
like a puppy.
I know, he's so cute.
Oh
He's
my God, I'm in
adorable.
love. So anyway, folks, because of this crazy weather this year,
Great.
right? It is
early
great.
spring.
I
It is.
know. I know.
It is.
I know. So let's. We started last week, but it's four-step time.
Yep, it definitely is four-step time. We have two programs. We have the Agway program and the Scots program.
Yep. And it's better this year because there's instant rebates.
No mail-in.
You don't have to do the mail-ins,
for
right?
the for both
Both Scots and
Scots and Agway. And in
Yes,
addition
ma'am.
to that, there's also that Dave is offering 3 restaurant cards.
Yep.
With
the,
each program.
Restaurant.com, either the $50 or the
$100
$100 gift card.
Depending on which
you
program,
buy.
which
Yep.
size you purchase.
I think what we're going to do is we're going to offer the $50 one with the smaller one.
Yep.
Does that make sense? Or
That
should
makes-
we do the 50 with the larger and the 100 with the smaller?
Well, if I was buying the smaller, I'd want the 100,
Right,
but
yeah. Let me
I
talk
think
to the
I-
accounting
okay.
department.
All right, so 50 on the 500 and 100 on the 15.
Right.
So, but yeah, so now's the time. Hopefully everybody's out raking today because it's beautiful, and I already have daffodils coming up in my yard and crocus.
all
and
kidding
like that.
aside,
yes,
With this kind of weather, this time of year, and this is not the first time this has ever happened,
well, spring's not that far away.
if it gets back to regular seasonal weather, is it bad? Or if we get a frost or any
No,
of that
it's
kind
not.
of?
No, it won't hurt your lawn at all, because the ground really isn't going to thaw that far down.
Oh, right.
It'll be enough to, start utilizing these different stage 1 right now,
Right.
which you want to get on your lawn by the end of April.
Okay.
sooner
Oh,
the
so we
better.
have- right.
Yeah, so that, about 6 weeks.
Yeah.
6 weeks out, and
Yep.
then, depending on the weather. But now the weather's perfect for getting it on your lawn because you can get a lot of the thatch and the debris and the dead leaves and stuff
Yep.
that have carried over for the winter.
Yep, get 'em
Also,
off there.
there's, because there might be ice underneath. I know in my yard there's a couple of pockets where we have to.
Still, huh?
Yeah, because it's
Remember
like a
last
little.
year there was ice till like August.
Till August, I think it was.
Yeah.
There's so you want to. What that does is sometimes there's some mold that can grow in there in the ice. It's called snow mold, ice mold.
Snow mold?
Yep.
Ice?
Yep.
Really?
You never heard of it?
No.
See, you learned something new today.
No.
Right?
Does
Yeah. So
mold-
no, it's really
Does
it's
mold
serious.
melt?
No, actually it doesn't. It's pink. So if you pull away like leaves and stuff, and it's very, it stays very wet and moist under there, you'll see they're like little lesions. I want to say little round dots.
French legions?
No, they're not French. I tried talking to them, but no French was spoken back.
Okay.
So just
Foreign?
just
French foreign?
French foreign pink ones.
Lesions? Yeah.
Pink ones. So they're like little scabs, and
Yep.
that is a viral thing that's in your lawn. So you want, and the way to get rid of that.
Penicillin.
No, actually just rake it and let the sun get on it. It'll work great. That's
Oh,
the
it
best way
does?
to. Yes. Yep. It's so with the warmth of the sun and the heat of the day, it will kill the mold and
No.
it will go away.
No.
So, but that's the best thing to do. But
No.
you want to get that off
That's
your
what my
lawn.
parents used to do with me when they were little.
What,
just
rake you,
may-
make you go
may-
away?
Maybe sit them out in the sun for a little while. Maybe it'll clear up.
Maybe it'll clear up. Yeah, I see
something.
it didn't work,
Didn't
right?
work. No, no, never worked.
Oh, just teasing.
So you got
yes.
step one
Step
till
one
April,
till
and
about
then-
April, yeah,
right.
mid-April.
Now, do we have two different kinds of step ones? Do we have?
Yes, there are actually
Aha,
two different
see?
kinds. There's one.
See you
this
guys.
one-
Thank you. Bye, Yogi.
Bye, Yogi.
Come back and visit us soon, Yogi.
He'll be so big when he comes
I
in
know,
next time. They
I
grow
know.
so fast. All right, this one here.
Yes.
This is for lawns that are already established. So if you've lived at your home and you have a lawn, this would be the one you would want to use. If you have a newly seeded lawn, or you're renovating your lawn
Yep.
and putting down new seed, there's one that has a fertilizer in it for newly seeded grass as well as the crabgrass.
Okay.
And which we do have. I just don't. It's not right
All
here
right,
in these
okay.
stacks, but
Yep.
it is over here in our newly renovated Agway
Yes,
department,
which is
y'all
gorgeous.
should come see. Not
Yes.
quite done yet. We're still working on it,
Yep.
but big improvement from what it was. We have a lot of new product.
Yep.
And lots of different things.
A lot of
and
decorative stuff.
yes, we do, because we have stuff nobody else
I
has.
can't believe how many roosters we already sold.
Gotta love them. There's a couple up here.
know, there's a
so
couple
they're
up,
great.
yeah.
Great for your garden
Yeah.
decor, your kitchen. Yeah, we go through lots of them. But yeah, so anyways, getting back to this, it's getting to be the time.
How
so
important is, all kidding,
Yes.
so I don't do this.
Yep.
So how important is it to do this every year?
It's very important, and the one of the most important things is to do the whole program, because a lot of people will come in and say, "Oh, I'm just gonna do the first two," and if you're only gonna do two, do the first one and the last one.
Really?
Really, because that's when your lawn really needs it the most. Because in the spring when it's coming up, you want to give it a boost of food
Yeah.
and prevent the weeds from growing.
then at
which
the
is
end you wanna put it
and-
to
and
bed for
then-
the-
yeah, and you want to put it to bed, but you also
Yeah.
want to give it some fall fertilizer. So in the winter, the roots and stuff strengthen up over the winter time. So in the spring, you're ready to go. But with the prices the way they are, you're crazy not to do the
buy
whole
all
step.
four, put 2 and 3 on
Yeah.
eBay,
Yep, and there you go, and then
get your money back.
get
and-
your money back and then some. So yeah, but it's really a good deal to do the whole thing, and to stay on the program.
So tell me the deal with the lime. You should put lime in your gin and tonics when you're doing the lawn, but that's not what we're talking about.
They're also good in what's the one with cranberry and vodka? Cape Codder,
Cape
right?
Cod,
Cape
yes.
Codder with lime, yeah.
Yes.
So that would be my preference.
Right.
But yeah, so we have pelletized lime, which is
Which is terrible in a gin and
yeah,
tonic.
not too good in a gin and
Yeah.
tonic. It's a slow release fertilizer, but it works really quickly, and one bag is equal
Lasts
to
for
about
like,
five. No, it equals 5 bags of the old-fashioned lime, which is powdery and a mess and gets
Yep.
everywhere. This is pelletized, so it doesn't have like it's dust-free. So and when you put it on your lawn,
Remember a couple years ago, Sandy, who we need to give a shout out
yes,
to.
yes. Hi, Sandy.
Yep,
we
hi
miss you.
Sandy. Yep, hope Frank is okay.
Yep.
Anyway, she brought home I forget which bag of lime that Frank put in the regular spreader.
Oh. Must have
there
been
was
everywhere.
Like it was like a,
A
dust
dust
cloud.
cloud.
Right. People from
Yeah.
miles
They're
around.
getting lime whether they wanted
She
it
said
or
he
not.
came in, he was just all white. So you don't use a regular spreader
No,
with it?
no. There's the requirements are on the bag depending on what kind of spreader you do have to use. You
Yeah.
have to use the right setting on it for your size
Yes.
lawn and the product that you're using. But the lime is very important to help neutralize your soil because in the New England area the soil is more acidic everywhere here, and you can never really put too much lime on your garden. Really,
You can't overlime your garden.
never heard of
Can
it.
you put lime in houseplants?
You can, depending on what the house plants are. There's some, as all plants are, there's some that are more sensitive
Now, how about
to
the
lime.
one like you rescued in my office?
Yep.
I had a dying plant that she rescued.
I don't even know if I was good thing to send it back there.
What do you mean
How's
by
it?
that?
How's it doing,
It's
Dave?
fine.
It is. I haven't seen it.
No,
okay.
it's fine,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, you were asking
It's-
about lime.
it-
Probably better to fertilize it.
Well,
Just
I
a
put
slow
those,
release
that
fer-
little
Yep.
thing you gave me.
Yep.
that
The
little,
the slow release
those
fertilizer.
little,
Osmocote.
little
Yep.
balls or something.
Yep. Yeah, and that's
Pellets or
that's
whatever they
that's that's like a slow release fertilizer, just like the
Yeah.
the lime is.
Yeah.
And when you water it, it's made in such a way that it disintegrates slowly over time and gives the plant the required amount of nutrients that it needs as
Yeah.
it needs it. It won't over fertilize it or under fertilize
Right.
it. So you really don't need to
Do
add
anything.
extra lime if you use a good quality slow release fertilizer like that in your plants. But
You know what I'm surprised I would do if I owned the company?
what's that?
I would do this fertilizer and mix lime in with it.
You could. You absolutely could. On the stage one, kill two with one
That's
stone,
it.
and you're all
the
done.
entrepreneurial mind is always
All at work. That's why you're the boss.
right. I mean, couldn't you do? Wouldn't
You
that
could.
be easier?
You absolutely could. You absolutely could because of the way the textures are of both products. They're exactly the same. So the setting that you're
Can
going
you
to
smell
use
the smoke?
can see it. Can see it. So yeah, that's an excellent idea, and it does save a step. And yikes. But yes, it does save a step, and you can.
But we don't have it yet.
What line?
No, I mean I haven't invented it
Oh,
yet.
you haven't. All right. Well, we could
Right.
work on
it was
that.
just a thought.
Yep, I think it's a good thought. It's an
Right. We're
excellent
going to do
thought.
a crowdfunding. I'm just my mind is now. We're going to.
It's going.
It's going.
it's
Yeah, we're going to do a
going.
crowdfunding. Yeah.
All right,
So,
great. What?
can you step one? Can you do step one more than once?
You really shouldn't because you don't want to over fertilize your lawn. You don't want to put too much nitrogen down, or the other two elements that are included in it. Because if you put another serving, let's say, of it on, it doesn't raise the nutrient levels of what you've already put down. You're just putting more of the same.
So you can't do 2 1s instead of a 2.
It's not going to serve any purpose.
It doesn't.
It doesn't
one and
equal
one,
two.
it do-
Not
equal-
in this
doesn't equal
case.
2?
No, because
No.
it's a different set of ingredients in each one for the time that the lawn is growing.
So like last year, since everyone had snow on their lawns all through step 1, could you start out with step 2 even at that late date, or what?
You can, but
Yeah. Not so much.
it's really better to start
Yeah.
at the beginning because you want to give the plant each nutrient that it needs at the step of growth it's at.
So, serious question.
Yep.
Is everybody's lawn in much better shape this year than last year,
Definitely.
or does it not make a difference?
It does make a big difference. This year, because the weather it's been a very mild winter.
Yeah.
We did have a few cold spells.
Yeah, but it was like- it was
but
nothing.
nothing compared to what our normal winter would be. So everybody's lawn,
Right.
like right now, is a little bit ahead of the game, just because of the way the
Right.
heat and everything is. But again, if you get out on these beautiful days, rake a little bit, get what you can. I like to call it my pre-rake rake, where I go out and I kind of take what's loose, but I don't fuss too much with what's really
Yeah.
until the sun gets at it a little more, because I don't want to damage any growth or anything that's underneath what might be stuck to the ground. So, once you take it off, then you go back. Usually I do one swatch, I go back, and it's already thawed enough for me to take it off without damaging the plants underneath.
And when do we start getting our plants?
We will be getting them in about a month.
Oh.
I'm looking to hope to get some pansies and hopefully some bulb plants for Easter because it's very early this year.
Yeah, it is early. It's
Yeah,
in- yeah.
yeah, it's the 27th, I think.
Of March, right?
Yeah, that's a few
Yeah,
weeks away, not
I
too
know.
far. So a few
I know,
weeks, and
crazy.
yeah, come see us. We'll have
All right, so
all that
again,
stuff.
business-wise, so the Scots and the Agway, it's way better than last year. It's instant rebates.
Right at the register.
So
Trip-
the normal people, not normal people, there's a lot of abnormal people who also have 5,000 square foot
right, lawns.
lawns, which is like a normal size, right?
Right, yep.
So I don't want to make you feel bad if
Whoop,
you have an
upside down.
abnormal. Right. So can I
Yeah,
say? So it's
you can.
$54.99 after your instant.
And that's on
Rebate.
this size.
Right. And that's on the
That's
small
on the
one.
500.
And if you have a large lawn, the big one, it's 134 after the instant, so you don't have to mail anything in. And the Scots, we have the same prices. Plus you get the restaurant.com. So if you're going to buy one of these 4-step programs, Dave's is the place
Absolutely.
to do such a thing. So don't go away, folks. We'll be back with some, I think, some critters when we come back.
Norm, Norm. Kissy, kissy. Kissy.
Sit. Sit. Stay.
Norm. Normal, buddy. Give me kissy. Kissy, kiss. Huh?
Oh my God.
Yeah, there's a hazard of the breed.
You drool more than I do. So you got a little stage fright there?
Just a little.
So let me just tell you before we start filming, nothing to worry about. Right, Lori? Right.
No, if I can do it, you can do it.
Right. So anyway, we were already filming when I said that, by the way. So anyway, this was perfect timing because we just got a shipment of little guys in.
Yep.
Right. They just flew in. Boy, their arms tired. Sort of whatever that expression is. So I thought it would be interesting for you two, since you guys are the experts, to show us, you know, what we get in the care and everything that you have to do to get everybody settled and acclimated and all that kind of stuff. So, what are you doing?
Well, first things first, you want a clean cage, food, and water at the basic. So
Yeah.
every single week, these guys are cleaned out multiple times, very
Yep.
thoroughly. Every single thing inside that cage, food, water, house, wheel, has to be thoroughly sanitized
Yep.
to make sure nobody gets sick, that nothing's contagious, everybody's in the best health and growing as good as they can be.
It's a lot of work.
It is. It is. It's usually about a 7 to 8 hour shift, making sure these guys are all clean, thoroughly sanitized, healthy, that no one's going to have babies over here.
Yeah.
that's
So, yeah, you have to be very attentive to detail over here.
Right. Right. So can we, Joe, how can we do this? If they walk back there, can we go on the front and you can tell
right through the
tell us
glass.
who's new?
Yeah, certainly.
And so you guys. Oh, I'm going to go back there with you. Okay.
All right.
So come on back, Lori. Why don't you stand in the middle?
Okay.
Since you don't have a mic. So who's in here?
So these are gerbils. These are 2 females somewhere
Yep.
in here.
Hopefully they're
There
two
they are.
females.
Yeah, we've
Gerbils are known mostly for their gnawing capabilities, so they're very fast chewers. Ideally, if you take these guys home, a glass aquarium, usually a 10 to 20 gallon tank is ideal for them. Because if you put them in something like this,
They'll chew right through it.
they will likely chew their way to freedom within a few weeks.
So what's the difference between a hamster and a gerbil?
Gerbils are native to Mongolia, and they have tails, and hamsters do not. So that's the biggest difference to tell. And gerbils are a lot bouncier.
So wait a minute. Gerbils are bouncier, so you can like dribble them?
Not recommended.
not recommended.
Oh, I didn't know. Bouncier.
But they're very fast moving. They're great leapers, great climbers. So if
Are
you
they
get-
good? Is one of them a better pet than the other?
They're pretty equal. They're very different in their own ways for sure.
Yeah.
These guys with small children, it's not recommended for kids too small because you can't grab their tail. It can actually come off as a defense
Oh.
mechanism.
Oh, right.
So yeah, you want to be very careful with grabbing because it will not grow back if it comes
Right.
off.
Plus, if these guys get loose, it's
Yeah, especially with
you'll
wires, your molding, cabinetry,
Right.
everything will become a chew toy.
So wait a minute. So the gerbils are native to Mongolia?
Yes, they are.
So if you turn them over, will it say made in China?
You want to check it out?
Yeah, I was just curious how that would work. So we get the gerbils.
Yep.
And do we have hamsters too? No, there's
Of course
80
we
million
do.
different kinds of hamsters.
Yes, there is. These right
What-
here, these are brand new. These are teddy bear
look
hamsters.
at that. Look how cute.
Teddy bear hamsters are known, they kind of look like big dust bunnies, so they're known for their big fluffy hair.
Yep. Are they a better do they get, because some hamsters are not nice.
To each their own. Each hamster is different. With enough TLC, they can all become loving.
Because wasn't there some kind of hamster that we used to have that they used to bite people?
Dwarf hamsters.
Dwarf hamsters.
Those are known for being a little more nippy.
Yeah.
These guys here, there's a lot more to them, so you can hold them a bit easier. Where
Yep.
dwarf hamsters, you're only looking at about 2 to 3 inches of body size, so it's a lot
Yep.
harder to get a hold on.
And so, but these guys, can you put these guys in plastic? Do
You
they
can.
chew? Oh.
You can, yeah. Those are ideal for hamsters.
Yep.
You can also do the glass aquarium, though.
Yep. And how long will they live?
Average is about 1.5
You
to
want
2
to close
years.
that so they doesn't?
Sure.
Yeah, that goes
Average
Yeah.
is about 1.5 to 2 years, but with excellent care, they can live up to 3 and 4. So it's a little variable for these guys, but average is about 1.5 to 2.
So explain to me what excellent care is.
You want to make sure that they're getting enough exercise. So you want to get a wheel or a ball and make sure they're getting daily exercise,
Yep.
drinking enough water, a
Yep.
proper diet. So what
Yep.
we feed is Oxbow's square meal
Yeah,
here.
we love everything Oxbow does.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's my favorite brand here.
Yep.
Compared to a seeded diet where sunflower is very high in fat, so it can lead to fatty liver disease, which can lead to an early death of these guys. So too much seeds is not an ideal diet for them.
Not
Okay.
nutritious.
Okay.
Exactly.
You can give them a little like fruits and vegetables.
Yep, it's
too,
an
a little
excellent
bit.
treat for them. It can also help their health.
Okay. All right. And so I know that you were just very excited because we got something in that we haven't had in
Yes.
over a year.
hedgehog.
But a hedgehog.
Yep.
So we don't want to handle him though, right? Because
Oh,
he's not
no.
settled in
No, I
yet.
got-
He's actually walking around now. If we can get the
He
camera
is?
down, yeah, I can move his house so we can get a good view on him.
Here, come on over here, Laura.
Just be careful because I got poked with them.
Yeah, no, don't take him out.
Yeah, but this is a hedgehog here, so they're a little different than everybody else over here because they're insectivores rather than rodents. So it means that their diet is a lot different than all of our other small animals because they're very high in protein compared to everybody else.
So they eat insects.
Yep, you can actually feed them live mealworms sparingly as a treat, but their diet, their composition, their pellet diet there is a lot higher in protein than everybody else.
So is that an Oxbow
This is actually a Sunseed one.
Sunseed?
As far as I know, Oxbow doesn't have a hedgehog diet yet. Sunseed kind of has the leg up over
Right.
there where they have a good
So
diet.
we don't
for 'em.
always have hedgehogs.
Nope, they're very hard to get your hands on. Especially there's a lot of seasonality to these guys too, where it's optimal this time of year because they
This
can
is
go into
their breeding season?
no, actually they can go into hibernation when they're too cold. They need to be 72 to 80 degrees at all time, or they can go into hibernation because they're too cold.
Really?
So with the warm weather today, it's actually
Yeah.
ideal
Yeah.
because shipping it's going to be a lot safer, and
Yeah.
it's warmer in here today.
Right, so that's the other reason we don't get them because no one will ship
Yep.
them in the winter.
Exactly.
Right,
He's pretty lively too.
Right.
Yeah, he's doing very well.
right. And where are they?
Africa. They're African,
African
pygmy
hedgehog.
hedgehogs.
Right. African pig. Right. So are there African giant hedgehogs or just African pygmy ones?
I'm not sure. I think in the pet industry, it's
I
just
stumped her. Huh?
it's just
I
the pygmy
stumped her.
ones for the pet industry.
Made
as far
my
as,
day. Okay.
but yeah, it's important for
Time. We're already up already. All right. See, that was fun, right?
Wasn't
See,
so bad.
It wasn't so bad, right? She said it wasn't so bad. All right, everybody. Have a great week, and we will see you next week.